Okay, welcome to Barefoot Trimming, part two. I'm going to go over very briefly some things that I didn't talk about on part one. Mainly was the injury to this horse. If y'all can see this horse, you're looking at it right now. It's already healed. The injuries is already completely healed up, and it doesn't look as bad as what it looked when it was fresh. But to y'all that are familiar with ranch work, you can look at this injury and say that's not an uncommon injury. I know this. I've seen it hundreds of times. Horses get their feet hung in a wire. Why vet thought that they needed to be put down, I don't know. Had two different opinions. The second one said that the infection was so bad that it'll never get over it, which I don't agree with either. I didn't agree with either. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was the injury to this horse. And so I talked the owner into just trying to let me fix it. Got nothing to lose. Let me try to fix it. So that's where we was at. And I said, well, right off the bat, we just need to turn the horse out. Let her heal. Turn the horse out. Let the cut heal. Some of the laminitis that was in the other feet that was brought on by the treatments that they gave it. We had to let all that heal. She had to get to a point where she could stand up and hammy her foot, just like she's doing now. So that's what we did for about 3-4 months. I'm not for sure how much time passed, but that's where we were when we started on part one. Now, okay, if you noticed, I didn't do anything to the right foot. You see where it's breaking off really nice, where that split was. If you go back to part one, you see where the split is, or where the laminitis stopped. That flare and all that was caused by it, it broke off. It's starting to break off right now. So I'm just going to leave that the way it is and let it do what it needs to do. Reason being is because she can't stand on her right foot yet. So I'm just going to trim on the right foot until she gets to where she can stand on it. Then I'll go ahead and fix the left foot. I'm going to clean that out and let y'all have another look at it. Okay. I trimmed one side off, if y'all can tell, and I left the other side alone. If you look right through here, the thrush and everything that was developing right, what I did is I just cleaned that out. You see on this side, I went right down to almost the bottom of the dirt line. Easy, girl, easy. And then I just got down to live soul. Cleaned off all of this old soul. Okay, now the heel, she'll stand for me. Come on, girl. The heel needs to go down as far as the bottom of the top of my thumb where I'm pointing at it. And then I'm going to trim that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just trim that right down to that sole right here. Flush with that sole. I want her standing on this part of the sole where my thumbnail is. And that's going to hold that coffin bone. It'll hold everything up against the coffin bone. So this hoof wall, the horn of the hoof, can actually grow down over that like it's supposed to. That way it won't have any stress on it if all of the pressure is on the sole. Okay, I got them trimmed. You can kind of see how much hoof I took off. You can kind of compare it. About a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Maybe a little, about a 3/4 of an inch off the front, maybe an inch. And then underneath, you can see where I didn't leave a whole lot of hoof wall. Okay, it's on this flat spot right here that she's going to put her feet. Put her weight. Short toes, short heels, as short as I can get them.
Might could have got another 1/8 of an inch off of them, but I didn't do that. You can see white lines, little stretched a little bit up there compared to the sides. Right here is where you really see the detachment. That's where that ring is going around the hoof. You're going to see that as we trim it down. But this horse is not going to have, thankfully, didn't have a lot of rotation in that coffin bone. What happened was she was obese when they gave her a big dose of penicillin, and that founders them a lot of times. But the plus was that she was trimmed. She just had a fresh trim. She had really short heels, really short toes. That kept everything from rotating, kept everything straight. So that's a good thing. This, where the stress ring is on this foot, the laminitis is up underneath here. That's all going to break off, and it's breaking off good. You want that. That looks good. Might not look good to some people, but to me it looks good. It's breaking off really well. I'm not going to try to trim that foot because she's really bad with that left foot, and I'd have to pick a fight with her, and I don't want her to make her right foot sore. We're going to just wait a little while on that. It'll be okay. It'll probably break off and look pretty in 2 weeks by our next trim. But let's see how she walks. I'm spinning on it. She's not wanting to put a lot of weight on it. But you notice, I'll keep the lead rope out from underneath the foot. You notice she's walking even smoother than she was when we started. That is a big change from her first trim. Huge change from a horse that they said she wouldn't get over this. Just told by 2 different vets she wouldn't get over this, that needed to put the horse down. I don't agree. See y'all next time.